The brand new ban list, Blue Eyes, untouched. We're going to a brand new locals called Unified Card.
So game one of our first ever Unified Cards match, Rescue Ace, Fiendsmith. So round two of this event, and we came up against Rysel. Winner takes all, winner took a box. So this was the final game, Blue Eyes versus Blue Eyes. Is what it is. It's good to get the extra practice in.
So I've just finished unboxing the new Stampede set. In terms of pulls, I'll give you guys the scoop. Guys, it is Tuesday and the brand new ban list came after the Houston YCS. Blue Eyes, untouched. Thank God. The only thing I've lost from my deck is the brand new Triple Tactics talent we put in just for the last new episode, which is a shame, but it's not going to break the deck. So instead, we're going to swap that out. I'm thinking for another Drill Beam, because Drill Beam has been so strong, and I've actually seen some of the comps start to run more than one, because even if you draw into it, you can search one and set, but then you've still got one ready to play in hand if you need it. So that's my thought process. It's a Tuesday. We're going to a brand new locals called Unified Cards, which is over in Corby. So it's a bit of a drive away, but I'm excited to play this new set. So let's go. So I'm just sitting down to edit this video now, and I realised Joe at Locals was saying to me that I keep using TFT or Teamfight Tactics references instead of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was watching back that clip of me going through where I was going, what I was doing, and I said set. Right at the end of it I said set. No, the new TFT set, yes, it's out and it's average, but this is not the new set in Yu-Gi-Oh! This is the new format. The new format post the ban list. So I just need to start teaching myself into this Yu-Gi-Oh! Mentality and this Yu-Gi-Oh! Word lingo stuff, because it's just making me look like an absolute idiot out here.
So game one of our first ever Unified Cards match was against Rescue Ace, Fiendsmith. Now, I've played against Rescue Ace quite a few times on Master Duel before, but never actually in person. So we had a bit of back and forth about how the deck works and how it, to be honest, doesn't work sometimes. We managed to take this one 2-0, like winning both games. If you can stop it in the first card or two, it struggles a lot from what I've seen. Maybe the hands just weren't great, but that's just what I took from it. Now, you compare that to something like Rysel or Blue Eyes, where as long as you've got a couple of cards in hand, you can pop off for as long as you want within reason. It does take a good few hand traps to stop these decks, whereas it seems like with Rescue Ace, it was quite simple just to do some negates and get rid. I just want to butt in here and say apologies for the camera angle for game 2 and 3. I don't know what I did, what I changed, but you're just going to have a nice, lovely shoulder gameplay with the occasional view of what the board looks like. So apologies in advance. So round 2 of this event, and we came up against Rysel. Now, I feel like this is happening a lot with commentaries where Rysel, in the UK anyway, seems to be dominating a lot of the locals. You would have thought it would be Malice. I side a lot of my deck out for Malice, but actually Rysel seems to be the most popular one. I don't know whether it's because it's a bit cheaper, easier to use, more accessible, but I think I am in the future going to have to start really looking out more for how to counter this deck in particular, whether that be through Metal Tronus with a detonator in the side deck to put in. I don't know. But we ended up managing to win this game. So we lost game 1, and that really put me on the back foot, because I really wanted to win game 1, because it meant that hopefully, fingers crossed, we can go to a game 3, even if I lose. Whereas losing game 1 just means you have to then play so perfectly in that game 2 to keep it going for a game 3. And luckily, I can't remember whether it was game 2 or 3 of this match, but we ashed his first, I think it was Ice Rysel card on a whim. That was such a risky play. It was either going to make the game or break the game, because if he had any more extension through that, it meant I couldn't stop Geo Drive, I couldn't stop X, Y, and Z, and he would get all the way to the full board. Now, luckily, we made the right call, and that was the only Rysel in his hand, so we ended up getting a very good pass, which ended up winning us one of the games. So it is the third and final match of the tournament. Now this was a box event, so it was a free pack on entry, but then winner takes all. Winner took a box. So this was the final game, and it was Blue Eyes versus Blue Eyes. Now, I don't do anything with my deck to play against Blue Eyes well. Mainly because, funnily enough, actually, not too many people have been playing it against me. I don't know whether I'm getting lucky or just not seeing it, but it seems to be that I'm one of the only people that seems to be playing it, whereas recently, in the last couple of weeks, I've come up against it a lot. So actually, I might need to do some things for the mirror match to help myself out. Obviously, I know the simple things like save your drill beam just in case they drill beam so you can negate theirs and banish it instead, etc, etc. But I maybe need to look at actually siding in some anti-Blue Eyes cards, because although it's not a tier 1 deck, it's a very popular deck and it's a fan favourite, so it'll be something to look at for the future. Unfortunately, we were not the better Blue Eyes player on this day. I remember having the stinkiest hand on one of these. We won game 1 and then we lost the next 2 games. And I just remember, I think game 2 and 3, my hands were just absolutely woeful. There was one misplay, one thing that I could have done to not necessarily change the game, but to keep the game going. But to be honest, it was not good. I did not play the hand well, and it meant that we ended up coming second overall. So 2-1, second place. No complaints there. First time going to this different it's not an OTS store yet, but it's trying to be. So if you're someone who is in or around the Corby area, check out Unified Cards. Tuesday nights they do their locals. They're trying to become a fully fledged OTS store, and I had a really good time there. 2-1. We lost in the final for that box, but you know what? Is what it is. It's good to get the extra practice in. I've always been, up to now, either a once a week player on a Sunday or every other weekend, or sometimes I'll miss 2 or 3 weeks in a row. It's nice when you can get a little bit more practice in than you're used to, because that was a Tuesday right off the back of a Sunday of playing. So I felt a bit more in the zone and up to date with my plays and what I was doing. So I really want to go there more often. Is it feasible? Maybe not all the time, but as and when I can, I will definitely be going more. So I've just finished unboxing the new Stampede set, and as you can see, it has created a lot of mess again that I now need to clean up. But in terms of pulls, I'll give you guys the scoop. We pulled pretty average, except if I just turn this here, we got alternate art access code, QCR, and just wait for it, because this is the best one. We got QCR Blue Eyes in that weird belly flop form that I've never seen before, but we might have to flex it at locals. We might have to.